My name is Frederic Yonnet and I rock jazz. I was born in Normandy, France, from a French Guyanese mother and a Parisian father. On my mother's side, my grandfather used to play 17 different string instruments. He was the musician at the movie theater in French Guiana. You know, when they had the movie, somebody had to play. That actually was transferred into his kids, my uncles. They're all musicians, from guitar and songwriters to trumpet and sax players. My mother didn't pick up the music gift, but she definitely was artistic. She was more of a drawer. My father brought me on stage to act at a really early age. I was about 6-7 years old the first time I was on stage with him doing theater. So we are pretty artistic family now that I think about it. I remember seeing the marching band coming down the street, and every time I was hearing the sound of the drums growing, you know, from away, I was getting very excited, and I was carrying some of that excitement home. And then later on, I carried that passion to the drums, and after that, I picked up a harmonica, and my life got better. So many different things. It's small, it's inexpensive, it's easy to carry. It sounds like a guitar, like a saxophone, like a piano, like anything you can imagine. It's really limitless. I found out the more I was playing it that, you know, the limitations are more in the mind of the player than in the instrument. So there's two kinds of harmonica. There is the chromatic harmonica and the diatonic harmonica. I play the diatonic harmonica. The diatonic harmonica only has 20 notes naturally out of the box. It's a harmonica in C. The chromatic harmonica has a harmonica in C and a harmonica in C sharp built in the same body. And you just push that little button, that slide, to access all the notes of the scale. For me, in order to be able to access all those notes, I have to trick the instrument. I have to bend some notes. I have to overblow and overdraw them. So let me just play some of the notes that come out of the instruments naturally, and then I'll show you what I do. There's 19 notes. I double the amount of notes with my lungs and my tongue this way. When I met Stevie Wonder, it was actually backstage at a show at the Grammys in 2006. I was introduced to him by Dave Chappelle.
Now this is some cocky stuff. We was backstage at a show and I seen Stevie Wonder and introduced this guy, and the guy pulled his harmonica out of his pocket in front of Stevie Wonder. I said, damn! And he started playing that harmonica. I was scared for him. And Stevie started doing like this. Now they hang out every Tuesdays and Wednesdays. That's a true story.
He was wondering if the harmonica I was playing was actually a chromatic harmonica versus the blues harp. To him, it sounded like a different type of harmonica. It didn't sound like the blues harmonica we traditionally hear. And that was probably the best compliment he could have given me, even though he was not trying to. I've worked with Erykah Badu, I've worked with Stevie Wonder, I've worked with Prince, India Arie, Idan Hekel. I really want to be able to expand the way people think about the harmonica, not only musically but also as a lifestyle. Jazz, because it's a place where you can rethink a song 500,000 times without playing it the same way. And urban, because of the beat that I create my music on. It's more of a hip-hop, funk, and neo-soul vibe than, you know, a straight-ahead Duke Ellington, Count Basie vibe. It's more in the Erykah Badu, D'Angelo, and Robert Glasper vibe than in the straight-ahead traditional jazz vibe. This picture. The challenge when you're a harmonica player and you're trying to take some press picture is most of the time people are going to ask you to try to play the harmonica in front of the camera, and you're either going to look corny or you're going to look like you are blowing your nose and hiding half of your face. So we came up with the idea of conveying the vision of a musician through the harmonica.